Hey everyone, welcome to the Magical Healing the World podcast. My name is David, here with my lovely wife, Ms. Megan.
Hey y'all.
And we are so excited to talk to you all today. We have such a special guest that it's interesting how the universe works. There's a specific diet-based direction that Megan and I have been led to pretty directly and divinely to this fruitarian type diet. And Megan came across Alan Manglona, and we are so grateful that he has decided to share some of his time with us. Alan, thanks for taking some time with us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
For sure, man. And I was just looking over your Facebook. It's over, was it 80 days now? Is that what it said? 80 days you've gone without any kind of...
No, 8 months.
8 months.
Over 8 months. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's amazing.
Like no dairy, no egg, no animal products at all.
No
Now,
animal. No cooked foods either.
No what?
No cooked foods either.
Yeah. So you're doing truly raw. So that's what I've been guided to do, and so I'm just now starting this journey because I've tried everything over the past like 30 years. It's crazy.
40.
Shut up, David. So question, and that's not true. So I'm curious though, real quick, do you eat nuts or is it literally just fruits?
Currently, just fruits. I've experimented with nuts, tried it out. It's not as hydrating as eating fruits, so I put it aside, and I'm trying just fruit right now, and I'll see how I'm kind of seeing how I feel. But over 8 months, I've mixed in some raw nuts. I make sure it's raw,
Right.
but I've been going on 8 months with just fruit, and I feel great. So I guess I don't really need to add it in until I guess I feel those deficiencies that science is talking about.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Well, man, Alan, if you could just take us through your story. Like, I'd be so interested to hear what led you to this. Just go ahead and take us through your story, man.
Sure. Around 2018, I was weighing in around 230 pounds, over 100 kilograms. And I started experimenting with different diets. So I started off with the mainstream keto diet because it was like, oh, great, I get to eat pork belly and all day. So I tried that out, and if you're trying to lose weight, I guess it worked. It was working. I was losing weight. But before that, I was weighing in at 230 pounds, and I was working out twice a day.
Wow.
So that's where I kind of realized, okay, maybe it's the diet. So this is where I kind of started experimenting with different diets. To start off with keto, it was working, and then as time went by, I was like, oh, maybe this is not really good for me because I'm eating bacon, pork belly, peanut butter out of the jar, cheese. Sometimes I buy some butter, test it out. It's like, oh.
This doesn't feel right, but they're telling me to do this.
Yeah, and I'm looking in the mirror, I'm losing weight. Like, oh, okay, great. From there, I was already like, yo, F the food pyramid. That's some big ass bullshit.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
But anyway, sorry about my language.
We don't care.
You're fine.
All right, cool. Anyway, so from there, I was like, okay, maybe this is not too good for me. I'll start mixing in some nuts and coconuts and avocados and more plant-based, so it might be a little bit more healthier. And then from there, I was just eating coconuts, hoping that I'll stay in ketosis. And a cousin of mine who was living in Okinawa, Japan at that time, he's like, hey man, you ever try monofruiting? And I looked into it. Monofruiting is where you just eat one type of fruit, or one type of fruit per meal.
Wow.
And at that time, 2018, I was like, no, that's crazy. There's so much sugar in fruit.
Right.
I'll get out of ketosis. Are you crazy? I'm trying to lose weight and look good for summertime. But
right.
So like I put that aside. It's still in my database, back in my head. And around that time, I was already practicing more plant-based keto and fasting, and it was already working. So fasting kept me in keto, and then the keto diet, or what I thought was the keto diet, or what I think is the keto diet, was keeping me in ketosis. And I had those keto strips. You know what I'm talking about? Where you pee on it and tells you if you're in ketosis.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
Wait, that was working for me, so I put the fruit diet aside. And 2020, I was up to 180 pounds. Between 2018 and 2020, I've been yo-yoing. I've done all kinds of diet. I switched to vegan from the keto vegan. I just switched straight to vegan, and then whole food vegan. And I tried the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I so resonate with everything. Been down the same path as you, dude.
Pretty much everything. And I was yo-yoing, and I was like, fuck. So 2020, it was early March of this year. I went out to the bar with friends, drank a lot of alcohol, ate a lot of meat. I think that's what was going on the night before. Ate a lot of meat, ate a lot of crap. And then I woke up that one morning and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go fruits. So I opened a coconut. I ate that with my dog, and from there on, I just been eating raw plant-based. The reason why I don't want to say I'm 100% fruitarian anymore, because coconuts apparently aren't fruits; they're nuts. So the first fruit I ate was a coconut, which wasn't really a fruit. But
I thought fruitarian though you couldn't have nuts. No, not technically.
I guess it depends on like what spectrum of fruitarian you are.
Yeah, I
There's
guess like
so many different. There's fruitarians that eat mushrooms. There's fruitarian that eats nuts. I eat raw vegetables too. Sometimes I'll go out with friends and we'll end up in a restaurant that doesn't serve any fruit or raw fruit, and I'll just order a raw salad.
Gotcha. So man,
Yeah.
you've really tried so many different ones. That's so intriguing because we've kind of been down the same path. So from someone like yourself that's experienced the carnivore diet, the ketosis, or keto diet, the vegan, now the fruit, which one do you feel the best on?
So far, the fruit.
Wow.
I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
It feels the best.
Your body's alkaline.
Yeah, so much good results, great benefits like detox. My skin cleared up. I'm assuming what is mucoid plaque came out one day around the third month of being fruitarian. Mucoid plaque that was stuck in my intestines and in my colon, it came right out. And at that time, I was I was experimenting with my waste, my poop, and I pooped in a bucket full of dirt. I was going to use it as fertilizer, and I was drying it under the sun for like 2 weeks, and then I realized the poop portion turned into dirt pretty much, but then the mucoid plaque stayed rock hard and heavy, and I was like, oh snap! This is what I was hearing about from other fruitarians, you know. So I saved some mucoid plaque. I sent you a video of it in a cup, like a little bit of it in a cup.
That's what that is.
I shake it, and it sounds like rocks. So that's what's stuck in your intestines.
Oh my gosh!
And that comes out when you clean yourself out like that.
Apparently, if you're a meat eater and eat a lot of starch, like rice and bread, it builds up in your intestines. And if you think about it, back in the day, or I don't know if they still do it now, adhesives were made out of starch. So imagine like it works like an adhesive too in your intestines, and the meat gets stuck in there and it rots in your body.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And the more you keep it in your system, the more diseases you get, apparently.
Yes.
So it blew my mind. I felt so much lighter, and that was around day 90 where it came out. And around day 100, I've never seen six-pack abs in my life. And I started building. I look in the mirror, I got six-pack abs. I was like, whoa. course, I take a lot of selfies, stretch in front of the mirror for like
Of
hours.
course. Hey.
And I've also heard that like the great thing about eating the fruits is because it's not mucus causing foods. Like all these other foods create mucus.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's like where the acne and everything comes from. Wow,
It,
man,
it,
you've given me so much hope because I'm just starting it because my journey's been crazy with like chronic illness and gut issues, inflammation, food intolerances to like everything, which sucks because I love dairy, I love cheese, but like it does not love me back, and I need to just not ever have a cheat day ever. But man, like you've given me so much hope because I even took some magic mushrooms and set the intention for healing, and I got all these downloads and all these epiphanies, and like the mushrooms told me it's the raw high fruit diet, like that is the thing. And it's like I've been so like pushed to do it, but then it's like it's hard, you know. It's like, but how badly do you want to like look and feel good, right? And
right.
then
I understand.
yeah, but and then coming across you, it was just like it was exactly what I needed. I needed to see your progress, what you've done, and like hearing you, I'm just like, man, I like this is the thing. This is the thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
You're
It's
before.
awesome.
Go ahead.
It's awesome how psychedelics gives you advice sometimes.
It's amazing. Oh my
Right.
God, it's amazing.
So what you're by the way, I'm gonna post these when we publish this next Sunday. Your before
Okay.
and after pictures are amazing.
Yeah.
Thank
Like
you.
amazing. Like it's a testament, man. And I gotta so what's been I got definitely got a couple questions. Like what was the hardest part for you? Was it the first week, the first month?
Uh, the first week, the third day is when I felt the weakest. Like apparently this is the detox effect, and I felt super weak. I I had a hard time getting up in the morning and taking my dogs out for a walk. But after that, around day 7 is when I started working out, and I had so much energy and strength. And I've been posting all my workout videos. I'm climbing trees. I'm strapping on like 50 pounds on me and doing chin ups, 3-finger push ups. I had so much energy, so much strength. And I was like, oh my God, I don't need animal protein. This is just
Amazing.
this is the big myth, you know. What
Yes.
else are you lying to us about?
Everything's been a lie, please. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
That like don't even get me started on that topic. Jeez. That's a whole other podcast.
Yes. So I could be wrong, but around day 40 or day 60, I log a lot of these on my social media. It's like my diary. But around day 40 or day 60, my poop stopped smelling like shit.
Wow.
I was like, oh shit, it doesn't smell like shit anymore. And of course, like you spend less on toilet paper, so that kind of solves the coronavirus toilet paper.
Oh, I'd love that. That's great.
Because it's just like fiber, right? You just wipe once and then wipe twice just to check. Like, oh, nothing.
Wow.
So around that time, like I experimented. I ate a lot of tomatoes, including the seeds, and then I pooped in a bucket with dirt, and then the tomatoes grew out of it. And
Wow.
the tomatoes grew without any fertilizer burn. So like if you put like chicken poop or like goat poop or rabbit poo in next to or right near young plants, they'll go through this fertilizer burn, and sometimes they'll kill the plant. Hold on one second. And my poop didn't kill my tomatoes. So I was like, oh snap, this is how back in the Garden of Eden days, this is how they, continued growing more fruits. And we had back in the day, we probably had better connection with nature, and nature kind of worked with us. Like here human, look at this color, because you can see color. It's red, it's ripe, eat it please, and can you help spread the seed? That type of connection, like okay, I'll breathe oxygen that you give me, and I'll give you carbon dioxide. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we were a lot more. I feel like we were a lot more connected with nature back in the day, and nowadays we aren't. Um, okay, so back
Oh,
to my story. That was around 60, 70 days, or 40 or 60 day, I forget which, when I realized, oh crap, my poop is magic. And so around the day around day 90 is what I was talking about. I pooped again into the bucket and realized my mucoid plaque came out of my system.
So a couple notes on that. First off, I couldn't agree more that we used to have a better connection with nature. Technology, the powers to be, that's another topic. But
Yes.
technology, all of that's kind of severed the connection with spirit and nature, one and the same, really. It severed it, and I feel like this fruits. There's something connected to that, so much so. So I love that you mentioned that. A few questions. So I definitely want to know more about the mucoid plaque because you said a couple of fruitarians said that that's what happens. But my question before that, are you into meditation? And if so, do you feel like your meditations and your connection to that kind of world has become
Like to your higher
enhanced?
self, Holy Spirit.
Yeah, Holy Spirit, God, whatever you call it, like that. Do you feel like that's been enhanced? Are your
Like the
meditations
connection
better?
and your
Like, how's
alignment.
that affected? Has it affected it at all?
It the fruit diet not only affects physically, but yes, spiritually.
Oh,
Uh,
You're a clean vessel.
yeah, I definitely feel a lot more spiritual. I've been looking into Hinduism and also the Bible, and it speaks about the diet, right? In
Yeah.
Genesis Genesis chapter 1 verse 29, when God made man, he also made the food of man, and he was telling man, here man, here's fruit. Inside the fruit there's seeds. You plant the seeds, it grows more trees and grows more fruit which you can eat. That's your food. And then the Bhagavad Gita, I believe it's chapter 11 verse 8 through 11. This is the Hindu scripture. It's talking about foods that put you in the mode of goodness, is pretty much talking about raw plant-based foods.
Yep. I mean, I swear plant medicine is in the Bible too. It talks about the leaves being for the healing of the nations.
yep.
But like eating like just high fruit diet like you're doing, I mean, talk about everything's energy and we're energetic vibrational beings. And like talk about high vibrational being, you're probably like at such a high frequency than most people. I mean,
uh,
seriously,
I'm work-
you're probably tapped in and tuned in to such a high frequency, which is amazing.
Thank you. At one point, I don't do it as often now, but I would wake up early in the morning, sun gaze while I get into the
Wow.
lotus position on barefoot on grass right on my yard. But recently this summer I moved to Japan, and it's been hectic with work. So like I try my best to sun gaze, and I think that's very important. It makes you feel a lot better. Excuse me.
Does it give you is it giving you does it give you energy? Is that
It,
what
it
it's
feels
doing?
like it. It definitely feels like it. I went this summer climbing up this mountain called Ibutaji down in Matsuzaka, Japan. No breakfast. I didn't even bring water. I'm in my pajamas, and it's not like a hike. It's like a 90-degree like mountain where you're rope, and I had like
Wow.
no gear. I'm just using like my arm strength at first because I had no idea how to climb, and then I realized you use your legs. I'll send you pictures of that too. It's a really
Yeah.
really high mountain. Did it without um, any food or water, and I felt like I was just getting energy from nature and from the sun, or even good company. I was with my cousin when I went climbing, and he's a really good guy, and then I feel like I was getting energy from him as well.
Wow.
Wow, man, that's amazing. What talk to me about that? You said that the mucus thing that falls out of you. I know I'm saying
Yeah,
it wrong. Can you talk like I've never heard that before, but it intrigues the hell out of me.
it's,
What's that process?
well, it's called mucoid plaque. When I looked it up, Fruitarian and celebrity detox John Rose was talking about it in one of his YouTube video, and he's talking about juicing fruits and going on a 90-day solid food vacation. So no solid food, just fruit juice. and that at 90 days, your mucoid plaque will come out of you. He calls it the snake, I think. The snake
Oh gosh. Okay. Well,
inside
there's
you will come
that
out.
part.
He's I like his voice is like ASMR to me. He's like a preacher. but yeah, it builds up in you apparently, and you know how you're small. I don't know if you know, but I don't even know. I had to like witness it to really know. But the small intestines and your intestines are like over like 6 feet long. I don't know if it's over 6 feet long, and it's not in a straight line. It's like all twisty and stuff, right? And so food gets stuck in there, and then apparently fiber or the fruit helps push that out.
Do you do a lot of juicing?
I've when I first started this diet, I think around the second week, I started doing the juicing, and I continued for 19 days, and then I just got lazy. And I was like, I'll just eat the fruit, you know.
Right.
I'll just eat the fruit. I'm tired of waiting for this machine to make me juice.
Now, you eat a lot of fruit.
I
So
do.
can
I
you
do.
walk us through like a typical day? Like what is it like? Breakfast, snack, lunch,
Sure.
dinner?
Typical day or on a good day, I will wake up, do my workouts first. I want to work out while fasted. Apparently, that raises your testosterone and human growth hormone.
Oh.
And then I go to there's like 3 supermarkets nearby, and I kind of like check all 3 for like whatever's on sale.
Yeah.
Whatever on sale. And usually whatever fruits are in season here in Japan is usually what's cheap. So right now it's tangerine season, and it looks like strawberry season's coming up. I'm pretty excited for that. But anyway, so it's whatever I find I eat. I can eat a lot in some days, and if I'm like broke on some days, like fast. But I've noticed one day I could eat like 20 kiwis. The other day I tried to do a mukbang on my Facebook Live, and I ate like 13 kiwis.
Nice. I saw
But
that.
like 2 or 3 hours prior to that, I ate like 10 avocados and like 2 lemons. So I couldn't finish all that fruit. But yeah, it all depends on how hard I work out too. If I work out hard, then I eat more usually.
Yeah, I've seen you eat like a whole watermelon.
Yes. Yes. Also, like, it depends on my emotions, I guess. Like, if I could fit more food into my stomach when I'm emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
like, a couple months ago, August 10th, I still remember the day. My dog that I've had for 8 years passed away, and I
Oh,
was so sad. My boss bought me a huge watermelon and like 16 kiwis. It's like two in the morning. I'm crying. I'm eating all the watermelon, and I finish all the 16 kiwis. I'm like, what should I eat next?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's so traumatic, man. Our animals are our world. Like,
Right.
yeah. Oh, that sucks. I'm so
That's
sorry.
why how can people eat animals?
Exactly. Exactly. 100%. 100%. So, do you feel like this is what would help heal the world if everyone like this would be what would reverse people's chronic illness? Besides, I feel like it's either they heal the root emotion that caused it,
The suppressed trauma.
or they heal it by like foods and herbs.
They can probably heal it through like good food, and then I hear the bacteria in your gut helps with mood, helps
Yeah.
right with mood and how you think. So if you have good fruits, organic fruits, and build up all that good bacteria. I don't know if fruits will build good bacteria, but it's a probiotic or
Alkaline, and that's disease can't thrive when your body's like that. I mean, 100% food does that though, because if I eat soy,
Watch out.
I am cuckoo cuckoo. Like you do. I mean, literally, I turn into a crazy person. I cannot have soy. Like it's bad. You better watch out if I have soy.
All right. So I guess it all depends. I definitely think like if everybody goes fruitarian, right? Everybody could have like a little garden. We could start trading instead of using the money, the
Yeah.
monetary system. And imagine if we just eat fruits, the trash, like we won't have as much trash as eating processed foods. Like if you eat a Twix, where does that plastic go? You know, like is it gonna get burnt? Is it gonna go in the incinerator? Is it gonna go in the river or in the ocean? But
Yeah.
if you eat like a mango and spit out the skin just goes back to earth.
Wow.
And then the seed, you obviously can't swallow the seed. You throw it on the ground, it gives it potential to life. It gives it a chance to experience life and feed other human beings or animals.
I love that. And so you said something too that's interesting about working out. I'm big into working out, but I've noticed diet it seems to play such a bigger role. Now I use pre-workout when I work out for energy. Have you found that you've actually have more energy now naturally because you're on fruit, so you don't really need those extra energy things?
I do have a lot more energy, and I noticed my sleep hours became less, and I still feel energized and well rested when I wake up.
Wow.
And how was your sleep at night? Is it better?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your dreams are you remember your dreams, but then you don't write it down, right?
Right.
Couple days later, what was it? But yeah, I see good dreams. Sometimes it's not good. It's really like you're really there, and
Yeah. David would love that though.
scary. Sometimes it's scary, but yeah, the sleep hours. Sleep is good. I sleep well, especially when it cleared my nasal congestion the first couple months. I'm currently like trying to fight this avocado addiction, and I notice I eat too much avocados, and then my mucus buildup comes back up. So I was able to beat processed food and cooked food addiction. Now I'm fighting this avocado addiction. But it's it's a journey. I'm still learning.
Isn't it crazy how like, I mean, well, not now. I mean, I think you kind of get it. I mean, like how we're so programmed and conditioned to believe that like eating a lot of fruit is bad. A friend of mine who is pretty, aware of a lot of the things, that are, really going on, and even she's just like, yeah, but whenever you research it, it talks about how it's going to make you fat and all these things because the sugar. But I'm like, it's not refined sugar. And I don't know if you know the medical medium, Anthony Williams, but he's this medical medium, and he talks about how, fruit is actually good for brain function. Like the sugar in fruit is actually good for that. And it's so crazy that people don't know it, and of course they want to stay away from it because they don't want to get fat whenever they're sick and they do everything else. And it's like all they had to do was just, go within and use their own discernment and be open to doing a high fruit diet or a raw diet.
It's fear.
Yep.
It's fear. A lot of my friends and family, they oppose to this diet. And
even though they see your results, isn't that crazy?
Right. It even overweight and obese people tell me, hey, that's not healthy.
Oh gosh. Jeez.
But at the same time, like, hey, I can't blame a lot of these people because like you Google the fruitarian diet, right? And then mainstream science and mainstream media, right away, the first 2 articles or first 3 articles will tell you, hey, this is not recommended. And all that, this is not healthy. You're gonna have deficiencies, and that'll pump. People read that, and then they'll have more fear. But then, like, hey, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. So, like,
oh, hey, no, you mean you're a critical thinker. That's what that's called.
Yeah, like a truth seeker. Yeah, a critical thinker. Yes, and like, hey, the ancient scriptures, like the Genesis and Bhagavad Gita, and then like these ancient religious groups, like I don't know if I'm going to say this right, Jainists or Jainists. Are you guys familiar?
No, what that is.
No,
So these are like a religious group who they don't eat anything that will kill the plant either, or kill anything around it. So they don't eat the plant roots like carrots or radishes. they
God.
don't. They only eat fruit, and then they've been doing this for a long time. If they have been practicing the diet, the Janus diet, and I was reading through like Janus cosmology in Wikipedia. Right? I know. Okay. I know. Wikipedia, and it's got similarities with Genesis. So I was like, whoa, look into more ancient scriptures, and then I stopped, stop believing too much or stop paying attention too much to mainstream science, and just put my faith in, and in the Bibles and all these scriptures, and then trying working on my spirituality now more.
Yeah, you can find more valid stuff in the comic section of a newspaper than you can the mainstream media. So
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
And yada yada. Yeah.
Right there with you.
I have a question. I've got a couple more questions. So, what about like brain fog or anxiety? Like, have you felt like, I don't know if you like even suffered from either of those things, but I feel like you've got to be at least more clear thinking now. Do you feel that way?
Very clear, a lot more clear.
Wow.
Especially if I fast while on this fruit diet for a long time. I notice once you beat the first 72 hours, your brain is a lot more clear.
And do you do like smoothies and stuff or no? I guess not, just the fruit. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sometimes I do. Like I'll walk into the mall with my cousin. This was a couple of months ago, and there was like a fruit smoothie section, and I had to tell him, "Hey, no milk, no water, don't add up. Just blend fruit." They'll look at me like I'm crazy. It's like, are you sure?
What's your favorite fruit?
So far, kiwis, golden kiwis.
Okay.
And you said your profile says breatharian.
I'm working towards breatharianism.
That's the goal too.
Yeah.
Imagine the freedom. Imagine that freedom.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
And being able to transmute, also the foods whenever you do eat them.
I mean, truly, I know this sounds extreme, but because we take so much like for what we consider normal, food,
Right.
I think, is the human's greatest addiction.
Yes.
Definitely been mine.
Yeah. So if you can free yourself of that, you're actually truly free.
And
right.
What about your grocery bill? Is it higher or lower?
Currently in Japan, it's pretty high. I'm thinking Japan has one of the most expensive prices when it comes to fruits.
Oh.
Yeah.
I lived in Japan for a while when I was younger in junior high, and I feel like everything was expensive. I lived outside of Yokota Air Force Base, so it was like Shibuya or Shinjuku, and then Fusa or something. It's right outside of Tokyo. I mean, I know it's huge. It's huge. But yeah, that was crazy. Japan was crazy. And where did you move to Japan from?
I am currently in Mie Prefecture, which is between Nagoya and Osaka.
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Osaka. And where were you before? Like, have you always been to Japan?
No. Prior to Japan, I was in the Northern Mariana Islands, the Tinian Island of the Northern Mariana Island. It's U.S. territory. It's located between Japan and Australia.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, there it's tropical, so it's nice and hot all year long, and wild papayas are everywhere. So the fruit diet there was a lot easier because I could get fruit all year long. I just go walk near the jungle and I find papayas and whatnot. And I had like my own garden. Whatever fruit I ate, I threw the seeds. And I dug up my my yard, like maybe 100 square feet, and I made me a fruit garden. And as I was continuing this journey, something was telling me, "Hey, go to Japan, meet other fruitarians, find other breatharians, and learn from them and whatnot." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do that." I left all the fruits. I planted over 100 fruits. Hopefully, like people eat it.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool.
Wow.
But,
well, man, that's freaking awesome. Now, what are you working on right now? Where can people find you? Because I know for a fact there's at least a significant portion of our audience that's going to want to look you up.
He's not even in our Facebook group. I don't even know if you know about our Facebook
Do you
group.
are you in our Maegical healing group?
Yes, I was watching your video on taking your heroic dose.
My heroic dose of mushrooms. Yeah, that was
Man, feel free to post your videos and share whatever you want into our group, because
Absolutely.
people in our group need the healing, and they need to see this. It will give them hope and inspire, and it goes against what we're told and conditioned. And the more and more people can like see someone that's actually like experienced it and is speaking from experience and is thriving, then hopefully the more people can be open to it and start that healing process.
Yeah, because you're onto something huge, man.
I'm there with you, buddy. Though I'm there. I'm starting, like, this is what I'm doing, and I mean, you have definitely like helped me like begin this process. So I thank you for real.
You're welcome. You got it though. I pray for the best for your journey.
That's awesome, man. Well, we are so grateful to be connected with you. I'm going to put your links when we're going to publish this next Sunday. I'm going to put your links under that. But
Okay.
just a lot of people just listen on their way to, if someone was just listening and they weren't in front of a computer, where could they find you, Alan? I
am on Facebook, Alan Manglona. Look me up. And also on Instagram. My account on Instagram is SketchMcGetch, SketchMcGetch. And yep, if anybody else have any questions, you just feel free to just send me a message.
Got it. I am looking you up, and I'm
the best I can.
Go ahead.
I said, and I'll try to answer the best I can. I'm still learning. I'm almost a year doing this diet, and I hope to continue learning. And
you've transformed so much in a short. It hasn't been that long. That's what's so amazing about this. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, you've been doing this 8 months. Like, 8 months out of your life is not that long. And to to lose the weight that you look good, you feel better.
You're just ripped. I'm looking at your pictures.
I know. I'm about to get those abs. What? I can't wait for that.
Enjoy them.
Awesome, man.
It totally blew my mind. 8 months, and around the 4th month, I went from 180 to 119 pounds, which kind of like, whoa! Haven't weighed 119 pounds since like elementary.
Wow,
that's incredible.
But that's how much toxin is in your body, apparently.
Yes, all the chemicals in the food especially in America, it's freaking horrible, man.
Yes. And either you go to a clinic and get a colonic and get all the mucoid plaque out and spend thousands and a lot of time, or a lot of time going back and forth that clinic, or you could just do it naturally and eat a lot of fruits and clean it up naturally. Yeah, clean out your system naturally and feel a lot better.
And heal yourself. Yep.
Yes, definitely.
Claim that power back, man. 100%. This has been so awesome.
Yeah.
So we always end our podcast with one final question.
Sure.
And that is, if you could leave the world with one message, what would that be?
Love.
Oh, beautiful.
So good. The most powerful force in the world.
That's right. Thank you so much for coming on with us, Alan.
Yes,
we're grateful to be connected.
Touch.
We will definitely be in touch with you. And please don't ever hesitate to share anything you do, your adventures, any projects you have. Magical's full support. So feel free to share it to all of our groups and everything.
And as this progresses for you, we would love to, have you on again and just see like how far you've come at that point. And next time we'll have our video working. We had some technical issues.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. You have a great rest of your day, Alan. Happy healing.
Happy healing.
Happy healing.
Bye.
Bye.